Okay, so who are we celebrating today? Is none other than the man born on the 18th of December 1946 in Takastad, Eastern Cape of South Africa, Bantu Stephen Biko. Unfortunately, Stephen Biko lost his father because he felt ill and died when Stephen was only 4 years old. So fast forward from 1964 to 1965, Stephen Biko studied at St. Francis College, and the school had a liberal political culture. So it was there that Stephen Biko developed his political consciousness. So along the way, Stephen became more and more interested in replacing the white minority government with the black majority people of South Africa. Because the whites were manipulating the blacks. There were places where only the white people were allowed to go and the black people were not allowed. There can be a public washroom, then they will write in front, whites only. So if you are not a white person, you are not allowed to enter those washrooms. So Stephen became more and more interested in how to finally get away with the system they call the apartheid system and bring in the majority black who the country originally belongs to. So that was Stephen Biko's dream. So Stephen initially wanted to enter law school, but the people around him discouraged him and advised him that law wouldn't be good enough for him at that time because they thought law was intertwined with politics and politics was dangerous at that time. So they advised him to enter into a medical school. And in 1966, Stephen Biko entered Natal Medical School to study medicine. And when he entered, it wasn't long enough when he was elected to the SRC, which is the Student Representative Board. So he joined the Student Representative Council of the school, which was also affiliated to another group known as the NUSAS, the National Union of South African Students. The NUSAS was a community or was a group that was officially against the apartheid government, but because the NUSAS, most of the NUSAS members were from the white community of South Africa, and they were initially financing the NUSAS, they couldn't stand against apartheid because the people financing it are members of the team you are fighting against. So the NUSAS became quiet and couldn't attack the apartheid because most of the members were from the white community. Fast forward, there was a conference, a NUSAS conference in another university known as Rhodes University. They came together, the NUSAS a group from each institutions came together, and what they realized was that accommodation were made for the white delegates. The white NUSAS delegates were given accommodation. The whites, the Indians, they were given accommodation. But the black members, the black delegates, were not given any accommodation. So that means they have to go and find their own accommodation. This incident really hurt the black people, the black delegates a lot, because we all came together and accommodation has been made for accommodation has been arranged for the whites and we the blacks. Then assuming, are you trying to insinuate that the blacks are not human beings? So the following year, that was 1968, they organized a NUSAS conference, but it was for only the black members. So at this conference, they deliberated about creating an all-black group. So that was what led to the formation of the South African Students Union, which was an entirely black organization. And it was launched in 1969, the South African Student Association, which they shortly called the SASU. So that was created to support and cater for the welfare of the black students.